Okay, countdown. Okay. Guess we're saving here. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Why did I start my own timer? Fuck that. Anyway, this is Spyro and Hero Style 100%, and this is a 2-minute cutscene, so excuse me for not caring for that first 2 minutes. Yeah, this is not very exciting for the first 2 minutes, as one would expect, but you know. I want to say that after that it actually picks up, but it doesn't. First half hour of this run isn't gonna be that exciting, but there will be some very interesting things.
It looks like he's been mining dark gems and planting them all over the realms. He's even got Nasty Nork and his minions doing all his dirty work.
Also, there's like 8 billion years of delay on the video, from what I can tell from my own position right now, because I'm looking at the stream and it's at like where Red is closing the cave, and I'm like here with the professor telling me nonsense. It's like a minute or something ridiculous, I don't know.
Destroy all the dark gems. But first, go and see Moneybags. He usually has something worth buying. Good luck, Spyro. Now I'll unlock that door so you can.
Anywho, game's about to start. So yeah, this is Spyro a Hero Style actual gameplay. As the professor just said, I need to go see Moneybags, but Moneybags is kind of a greedy cunt, so I'm not gonna enable his habits anymore. I'm just gonna ignore him for the time being. And make my own way around this place. Okay, this is tricky as hell, so I'm glad I failed it in both Hero Style runs, because, you know, haha. Okay, salvaged it. Come on. There you go. Alright, so just like in 80%, we start off the same exact way by getting swim in air, and we're going straight to Nasty Nork, except this time around I grabbed that light gem because this is 100%, and that requires 100 light gems, 40 dark gems, and 80 dragon eggs, which is all the collectibles. And here's Nasty Nork, which is gonna be boring as hell, but so set the first 30 minutes isn't the most exciting thing, but because it's basically 80% with some things here and there. But after that, this run picks up and actually ends up being a really nice, interesting run. So I wouldn't blame you people if you just left for the first half an hour. Anyway, the skip I just did skipped quite a bit of things. I just skipped Moneybags, buying a lockpick and collecting the gems to buy said lockpick. Then opening a door with that lockpick, a Zoe cutscene thing that introduces Zoe's mechanic, which is checkpoints, and unlocking double jump and talking to the elder who gives you that double jump. Which is roughly like 2 minutes of nothing. so it's a really major skip. You may be thinking, oh, but how do you get double jump if you just don't talk to the Elder? Well, this game is made like garbage. Of course I find a way. We'll get to that. Anyway, this boss isn't anything exciting. You just damage boost through attacks, and it takes like 5 minutes anyway. It's not great.
You beat me! Man, I gotta get my head in the game.
And that was the first phase, which would have been just fine as the boss. You didn't need more of that, but apparently Eurocom insisted. So we're gonna do this 3 times, basically. For a total of 9 hits on this fucker. Which is unnecessary. It's basically the perfect word to describe the bosses in this game. Swag. This one I'd want to take damage on though. Also, I should probably mention that you're supposed to get 10 dark gems to get into this boss. I forgot that in both fucking runs, that last fucking attack. Whatever. You're supposed to break 10 dark gems to open up the barrier to this boss, and, you know, I did that at some point, I'm sure. You also need 8 light gems to be able to enter Dragonfly Falls, which is one of 2 levels in Hub 1, which is the Dragon Kingdom. But we'll get to levels when we actually get to levels. Anyways, those death abuses may seem slow, but they actually aren't, since they skip attacks. So as soon as I spawn in, there's like an attack that just never happens. So those death abuses actually lose half a second, pretty much. And damage boosting through the smaller attacks, these attacks, saves like 0.2 seconds. So, all in all, like I'm saving only little bits of time by doing the damage boosts and death abuses. So it's not that big of a deal, but it's time save and it's absolutely free, so I'm taking it. That's nice. Okay. Anyway, that's boss 1. Nasty Narc done. Yeah, sure, Wally. No.
No! This time you really defeated me. That stinks.
So killing Nasty Narc gives me the electric breath, which really doesn't do much, ever. I use it like 3 times on anything ever.
Is this breath even stronger than my fire breath?
In some ways it is, but it will take longer to
I use it here because I have to. Then I use it in... I think... what level is it? Ice Citadel. I use it to activate it and open and do whatever with like electric switches. There's like 2 that I have to use. And the final boss, I need to use this as well. Actually, no, there's 4 things, because there's some enemies in Dark Mine that are only vulnerable to this breath attack, so I have to use that. It's not a very useful breath when you're doing a speedrun. Casually, it's not a very useful breath anyway, but the game forces you to use it here and there. Because there's some doors that only open with electric breath. Anyway, there's an egg there, so gotta grab it. So killing bosses grants you new breath elements, and the one that's worth the most is Ice Breath, which is the last one you get, because that can kill enemies basically instantaneously. You basically just freeze them and charge through them and you get the gems and they die immediately with no death animation or anything. And that's a good way of getting gems because in this category you need quite a few gems to be able to purchase as many lockpicks as you need to open all the chests with like light gems and eggs in them. Which is, it's one of the reasonings for this route where you kill all 3 of the first bosses before doing anything else.
Defeated.
I have to get to Ice Citadel as fast as possible, basically. Because there's one section in there where I can grab like 10,000 gems and it takes like less than 20 seconds to do so. And there's only 2 sections like that in the game, really. Both of them in Ice Citadel, and only one of them I can actually do without collecting 40 light gems to do like supercharge stuff. But anyway, that's getting a bit ahead of myself.
Now, all of you, get out there and stop Spyro.
Here's another really long cutscene, so, you know, it's exciting.
And when he gets here, I'll have a little surprise.
Spyro, I see you made it safely. Certainly gives the old system a thorough workout, eh?
Yeah, right. Like being sucked down a giant drain.
Matter transportation is still in its relatively early stage. But don't worry, you'll soon get used to it. You can travel back to the first realm from this teleporter anytime. Just step inside and activate it and choose where you want to go.
Alright.
Anyway, now you're here.
He's almost done talking, so we can get back to gameplay. About, you know, 20 seconds of it until we go back to a boss to do nothing. So here's how we skip to the second boss in Neptune. We just sort of ignore the fact that there's some solid stuff here and just, you know, make our own way through it, because the game allows for that. It's not very solid. Anyway, I have to float up in the water here a little bit to activate a loading trigger for the boss, like that. Because if you load the boss and then enter it from out of bounds, or just in general go around the boss cutscene, you can actually enter the boss without watching the cutscene, which saves like close to a minute, because the cutscenes in this game take forever, as everyone has probably been able to figure out so far. Anyway, that's a neat little strat to save frames. Technically that's not a time save, because there's an even faster but way riskier strat to this boss that I'm not gonna be doing, because haha, marathon. I wanna get through this today, preferably. Anyway, this boss is the most repetitive one out of all 4 bosses in the game. This one is literally the same thing 9 times. The attacks don't vary, it's just she starts doing attacks more frequently, but they're completely random, so she could like not do them at some points. And after this phase, 2 of these platforms will go down, which doesn't affect the fight because I'll be taking damage from the lasers that come up, because it's faster by a lot. Anyway, this is also the longest boss, so, you know, that's absolutely fantastic.
By someone as slowly.
Death abuse to get sparks back. And once again, this stuff. It's kind of risky to jump over the breath attack, because it has the wonkiest hitbox of like anything in the game. It can just hit you on the other side of the arena while you're just like chilling over here, and she starts breathing that shit. And she just hits you because reasons. Like, I've had that happen where I put the controller down, I was safe for like 5 seconds, and then suddenly I got hit by nothing. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah, she's doing her attacks now pretty regularly. They're completely RNG. As in when she does them and which one she does.
I can't believe I was defeated yet again by someone so small.
Dang. Anyway, you might be hearing some electrical noise right now. That's because those lasers that keep coming up after every hit, they're stored under this arena. Like, not under the thing I'm standing on, but like below the whole arena, like down in the water. Apparently. It makes no sense. But apparently, I mean, that's the explanation I've been given. Right. It's time for the final hit. And it's the same as the 8 previously done hits. So, you know, this is a worthwhile boss. Anyway, thanks for that. Here's a neat strat. Makes the cutscene blurry. It's exciting. But it also saves time. On the PS2 version, this is something that kills you, so you would never do it, because obviously. But on every other version, Xbox and GameCube, this is something that spawns you in the water without killing you. So you want to do this, because otherwise you'd spawn on this platform. And this saves a couple of seconds in movement, because you don't have to like charge off the platform into the water, you're already in the water.
What can I do with this?
You can use your water breath to move.
Speaking of versions, yeah, this is PAL Xbox 360. Specifically Xbox 360 because of faster loads compared to original Xbox. But it also has its problems. Like, you know, occasional game crashes. Anyway, that's how I get out of the boss. You can bonk out of water. And if you do that, sometimes it phases you through walls. It's really great. I'll be doing the same thing in a moment. It's time to collect some stuff, finally. Like a break from the bosses. Fucking thank God. Anyway, the reasoning for using Xbox over like PS2 is because of different collision mechanics, which allows us to do a lot of things that save time, most notably the double jump skip done at the beginning of the game, which is impossible on PS2. A lot of things are just like harder on PS2, like on PS2 you can't see from out of bounds to inbounds, so like that egg I couldn't see it on PS2, but on Xbox I could like see it before I was even inbound. On PS2 that would not be allowed. Anyway, I have to activate this water wheel to get a light gem from an otter guy later, I mean. Same thing, right? Yeah, that guy just shot at me. Good effort. This is really difficult to control, like you don't even understand. It's actually one of the harder things at the beginning of the game to just get right. Anyway, I swam away from the water wheel, which gave me my camera back like that, but it doesn't skip the cutscene or anything, so I'm still stuck until it's done doing the cutscene, which is odd.
Hello again, Spyro. Even below ground,
And here's the first mini game.
red appeared on the scene. But I'm always up for a challenge.
One of the harder ones. Of course, we start off with that, because why not?
I explore below ground.
This is Blink, and he's a fucker. Easily the most painful part of running this game, or even playing this game casually. Because he doesn't control very well. He slides all over the place when on platforms. And some of his levels happen to be just incredibly hard. This is a good example of one of those, and it's only hard because of what we do in a speedrun. The only one that's hard casually, really, I think, is the last one. Which makes it even harder in a speedrun. Anyway, there's a platform I have to wait for, so I'm just gonna collect some gems. Because I can. Anyway, there's a dark shard over there. We're gonna see one of the main techs of Blink, which isn't a real tech, it's just common sense. Hope that'll hit. It did not. Doesn't matter. Everything's got a backup, otherwise I wouldn't go for it. Got it. That's not gonna hit, is it? Fuck's sake. It was pretty slow. Could have gone better. Anyway, that's not the problem about this Blink minigame. It's the light gem challenge that is incredibly hard. Because there's an added section that is just...
Here you go, Spyro. I found a drink.
What?
But I bet what you really want is a light gem, huh?
Anyway, for every minigame there's two challenges. There's one for an egg and one for a light gem. And the light gem one is supposed to be harder every time, but for some it's way easier. For all of the Blink ones it's obviously harder, because it doubles the amount of dark shards you have to get, and it sometimes adds enemies, sometimes adds a whole section to the thing. There's a lot of things that can change. And this is the only minigame where the cycles for platforms changes. And it's only in the next section. So I can't stop to collect gems here. Like this thing is coming down immediately instead of just like going up like last time. Anyway, I will attempt the same throw as last time. Hopefully this time I'll get it, because it's actually really neat to do. Actually, that's not something I'll trust. And I got it anyway, whatever. I'm better than I give myself credit for, usually, with these throws. Like, I don't expect myself to hit anything, ever. But half the time I do anyway. Anyway, there's a reason I'm actually collecting gems, and that's because I need a lot of them after this is over. Anyway, here's a cool strat. You have to wait for this thing to fall over completely for it to become solid, or you can just cheat. If you throw another bomb on top of it, it for some reason causes it to solidify, I guess. Anyway, yeah, I managed the quote-unquote God cycle. I just did that section as fast as possible to make this next platform cycle, which is a really, really hard thing to do, and it took me fucking over a year to get good enough at doing this remotely consistently. Not that I was playing for the entirety of that year, but you know. Get some more gems while I'm here. That should be good. And no, there are no light gems or dragon eggs in any of the minigames themselves. You get them after beating the minigames.
Every time I take something out of the ground, there's just that much more room down there for me.
And we're done with that, thankfully. fast enough. Anyway, we need to buy a lockpick to unlock the Moneybags shop, because that's how it's programmed. You cannot buy anything from Moneybags until you have bought a lockpick. So that's why I had to get all these gems, so I could buy a teleport pass to get over here. Also because I do need that lockpick. It is actually useful for something, and it actually factors into my plans quite perfectly. Anyway, entering Hub 3 now. And you know what that means, more cutscenes. I'll be using that lockpick in Gloomy Glacier, so like 20 minutes from now I'll be using that lockpick. So it lines up perfectly with the route. Because that's how routes work. Usually you plan them around something. I don't know, maybe I was high when I was routing this game.
Let me think.
But yeah, that's the general idea of how video games are routed, I guess.
Tricks up his sleeve that will give smarty pants Spyro a run for his money. Now, you big lumbering dollop, stand guard over there and make sure nobody gets past you. If you let me down, you know what will happen.
Excuse me if I'm not gonna pay too much attention to the game. I'm watching Sword of Seals play Crash 2 because this is a professional marathon setting and I care a lot. I wanna see what he got as his PB because he's restreaming a run. Anyway, suddenly, double jump. This is a weird little thing. As soon as you enter Hub 3, no questions asked, you are given all abilities that would normally be unlocked by talking to the elders in Hub 1. By all the abilities, I mean 2 abilities. Double jump and pole spin, which is doubly convenient because double jump is required to skip into red. We have no other method. We need double jump. And we need pole spin to get out of red. How convenient that entering Hub 3 gives me all of these tools. It's a strange world.
I cannot believe this. How did you make it this far?
Anyway, as soon as this fight starts, I'm gonna kill myself to get sparks back, because I'm not trusting this.
Am I supposed to be scared of you? I've spoken to the elders, and from what I can make out, you're just a traitorous coward.
Well then, prepare, young dragon, to be taught a lesson or two.
Yay. So this fight is, it's the hardest fight casually and in the run, but that's not saying much because every fight is fucking easy. And it's mostly difficult because of the ice. The ice means you basically can't do shit. Anyway, this is what happens after he shoots 9 of those ice things at you. He spawns a bunch of crates around himself and they're explosive, and I just fucked up. Though that's... I don't know, it shows you what I'm about to do next. Using water breath stuns red, so you can use that to get some extra time to do some things. Which I'll demonstrate during this phase if I can. If I can, cause it's RNG. I can't do anything about making this phase fast other than just like hoping. At least for the first crate. After that it's fully under control. As long as I don't act like a retard. And yeah, boss 3 is still no dark gems. I've skipped 30 dark gems and 40 light gems so far. Okay, he didn't fly up. Anyway, I can use water like this to stun him, which prevents him from flying up and avoiding the crates, which he can do that during the second phase, and only the second phase. And that's how you one-cycle that, safely at least. You could get perfect RNG and actually manage that without using water to stun him at all. But nobody is that suicidal. Anyway, this final phase is very different from the rest, as in there's a lot more that you have to deal with, because he has like 3 new attacks that he just throws at you. Get that fireball thing, he has this thing. I don't mind getting hit there because I do want to get hit at some point anyway. He has this laser attack. I want to be a green Sparks leaving this fight. Optimally no Sparks, but you know, green Sparks for safety. And again, 9 of these and we'll be done. Anyway, as I said, only on the second phase he can fly away, so he's no longer an issue really, RNG wise. I need a lot of time to push those boxes into him, so I use Water Breath for safety, because I haven't been able to one-cycle this phase without it, ever. So I'm not gonna try. Anyway, that was a perfect red fight, which is nice, because I don't think I got one in the any percent run. That would explain the time loss I had during it, at least. Yeah, Water Breath is basically the most useless breath in the game. It's not useful for anything, really. We use it twice, once in red, right here, and another time to activate a water wheel to get a light gem. Actually no, there's 2 water wheels that I activate at least, I think. Anyway, here's where pole spin comes into play, which is another thing we just unlocked by entering Hub 3. Which is essentially 2 big cutscene skips, because the elder cutscenes take a while, because they talk for fucking forever. So I essentially skipped both of them. The game thinks I've just talked to them already. It assumes so, at least. For some reason it doesn't assume I've talked to the elder in Hub 2, which is the questionable part. Like, you'd think you'd get Wing Shield by entering Hub 3, but you don't. Anyway, we're finally free from the bosses. That's the 30 minutes of monotony done. Now for an actual proper interesting speedrun, maybe. If I can get out of here. So I'm gonna clear out this section first, because that's what I wanna do. And just to keep the excitement going, the first thing we're gonna do is a blink minigame. So go under here, get some gems while we're at it. Basically, the run is built around the one big spot for gems, and then a lot of gems collected like passively by just like playing the game. Because there's a lot of gems lying around, and there's gonna be a lot of enemies in my way that I'll be using Ice Breath to kill.
Exploring in this area. I'm always up for a challenge. Underground in tight spaces and freezing cold. I love it. Should I explore below ground?
Anyway. This blink minigame has an interesting, unique trick to it that I love doing so much, because failing it loses like half a minute. And it's somewhat precise, so I'm gonna have to focus on this. I'm not sure what to even call the trick, because it's something that looks like a dupe, but isn't a dupe. I'm not duplicating dark shards here. But you'll see if this works. Okay. If you restart the minigame before that blows up, and if it blows up before the screen fades fully to black, you are given that dark shard and you get sent to the beginning of the minigame. This also works with quitting the minigame, but of course, obviously that doesn't help me one bit. That just slows me down. And now that dark shard is saved on me, like I have it now. It didn't get duplicated, as you might believe. Like, it definitely looked like a duplication, but it wasn't. That dark shard no longer is there, so I couldn't like go back and get it. And even if I could, I wouldn't. But that's about 2 seconds faster than just doing it the normal way and just like blowing it up and leaving that place and walking around to the thing. So it's not a very big time save, but it's a time save. Something that I'm more than willing to do, because it's not that difficult. Anyway, the rest of this challenge is fairly self-explanatory. Just break the dark shards, usual stuff. Using punches to just boost on ice a little bit. Can I make this throw? Yeah, I made it. A lot of the Blink minigames are just completely about being able to throw things optimally and from as far away as possible, and making like really ridiculous throws without aiming. Because there are some throws that I have to like aim for to make them consistently, but I've tried to get rid of as much as possible of aiming, because of course it's faster to not aim. And I use, you know, first person mode to aim.
Here you go, Spyro. I found you a dragon egg.
Anyway, the light gem challenge for this is...
Find you a light gem?
There's 2 Blink minigames where there's an extra section added. It's the second one and the fourth one. This is the third one. It doesn't have an extra section. Same with the first one. It just has a bunch of new dark shards among the thing. So I'm gonna go here first to grab 2 of them. And get hit by the skeleton, why not? I broke that crate so I could jump on the other one to get up there without doing a ledge grab, because those are really slow. So you can do that thing to be an idiot. You can do that thing to avoid getting hit by explosions. You just hold the Y or triangle or whatever the hell. Anyway, this is kind of a pain in the ass. Okay, I made it. That section is really easy to die in. Also, I've only got 4 bombs left, so I better use those wisely. Because I gotta use 2 of them. And that's a good throw, and that's a good throw. Also, I should explain right here, since I didn't last time. I death appears here to reset the cycles of the spiders on the hangrails. And I kill this guy because he basically has a 90% chance of hitting me on the hangrails. And if I get hit, I fall off. There's just like no questions asked. I die. So it's a safety strat, so I can actually play this fucking game. Single segment RTA, you know? For ILs, of course, you wouldn't kill anything, you just hope. But nobody does ILs for this game. Hope that doesn't hit me. Nice. Okay, no ledge grabless, but ledge grabless is free for this thing. Okay. Okay. Getting that guy without aiming is sometimes a pain in the ass. Also, that's hanging on to nothing. Anyway, here's a skip. Okay, nice. It's supposed to be hard or something. It really isn't. And should get it. So I got 2 dark shards left. This one and the same as the last one. So it's over here. This went really smoothly, actually. Like, no complaints. 246, that's decent.
There, I found you a light gem.
And that's that Blink minigame done. That's half the Blink minigames done.
Go back at any time and explore, just for fun.
Only one of them really bothers me at this point, but all of them are kind of shitty. Anyway, I'm gonna cross over here because there's nothing to collect in this huge area for me. There's no eggs, no light gems. There was that one dark gem that had a Blink minigame hiding behind it. Here's me just using the infinite jump a little bit more, which I haven't said too much about it, but this game has an infinite jump. That is ridiculous. So here's a thief. Let me see if I can get a quick kill on it. Okay, good. So the thing about thieves in this game, they have a turning animation and it takes about an eternity for it to happen. So for almost every thief, the strat is to make them turn around while you sneak up from the other side and just annihilate them. And with that thief, the case was exactly that, and it will be the case for almost every single thief. And here's a little bit of creative platforming, never mind. Okay, yeah. This is not hard, by the way, just a reminder. I have no idea what's failing here. Okay, whatever. Did it the hard way. So I have to just fly in this direction randomly, hope the thing loads. And this gets me to the section over here, which skips quite a bit of stuff on the in that big section that I said that had nothing in it. There was like a button that you have to push to open a door. Go through like a cave, whatever. I didn't feel like doing that. Also, I'm... Okay. I had to use infinite jump to get up here, because I don't have wall kick yet, which is an ability you unlock from the Elder in Ice Citadel. And we're not gonna talk to that Elder either, because that would be slow as hell. Anyway, I need to grab this egg while I'm here. So I use infinite jump as an alternative. Infinite jumping is much slower than wall kicking would be, but wall kick just obviously isn't worth it. And I couldn't even get it this early in the run, so, you know. It's not really an option, I have to use infinite jumps to skip this stuff. Anyway, there's a dark gem and a light gem over here. So I have to go grab these. So you can't charge on ice, it just makes you charge on the spot without moving anywhere. You also can't double jump off of ice. So that platform pushes you backwards, which is really annoying. So usually I wait on it a little bit before I jump for that light gem. Anyway, next up would be the mammoth, which you're supposed to encounter before Red, but there's a light gem in the section that the mammoth is guarding that I'm gonna go grab first by going around the cutscene. There is no skipping this cutscene, but there is going around it, and it's very simple. You just literally go around it. Because I don't want to come back here later after the mammoth is gone. So I have to go get this first. And that's that. It's the end of that whole section. What we have left is a Gloomy Glacier, which is the hardest level in the game. Just so happens to be the first full level that we're completing.
Oh, fat chance. I've beaten bigger baddies than you. All I have to do is run around you a few times while I figure out your weakness. Then I just...
Yeah, whatever, Spyro. Goodbye. There's another long cutscene, which... After this, these become much rarer. There's not gonna be like any cutscenes in Hub 1. There's only gonna be the ones for the minigames. Same thing in Hub 2. There would be a lot of cutscenes, but I skip all of them by getting creative. This one though, completely unskippable. Because if I had gone into the cave here, normally you would have Hunter here waiting and being like, yeah, I can go in here and do the thing. But Hunter doesn't exist until you've encountered the mammoth, so you can't go in the Gloomy Glacier. And Gloomy Glacier will not load if you're not Hunter. So there's kind of a problem here.
But what if it's already too late? Relax, buddy. Spyro's still alive. I know, because if he weren't, we'd be going back to a previous save. I rock.
Anyway, Hunter is probably the more fun character to play as, but also the harder character to play as. So I'm not really sure what to think of him. But he does have a movement tech for speed, so... Yeah, here's Bentley, apparently.
Hey, is that my old pal, Hunter? What are you
More cutscenes. This is unskippable.
Hey, Bentley. Yeah, I'm just passing through.
I've tried to skip it in a lot of ways. Just nothing.
How you doing?
Some Yetis from the neighborhood chased me out of my house, but I don't want to bore you. You're busy looking for Spyro.
Oh, cool. Okay then. Are you sure you're okay, Bentley? I could go in there with my bows and arrows and get rid of
Yeah, I
them.
do love my bows and arrows, because that's how that word works.
Grateful. My cave is through there, and you'll
Right? Right. So this is the reason why I bought that lockpick ages ago, other than the multitude of other reasons that I said.
I'll give you a reward.
This is one of the important reasons. I need a lockpick entering this level. And also this is why I had green sparks after red. Also, let's see if I can get this. Yes, I can, because it's the easiest thing in the world. That's a little bit of a skip by doing some creative platforming, my favorite kind of platforming. Anyway, as Bentley said, I have to clear out his house before I can move on. So I'm gonna use my bows and arrows to get rid of him. That chest contains gems, so, you know, don't bother. There's a lot of chests that contain just like utter nothingness for you to collect, so you really want to learn which ones actually have stuff you want. Okay, thank you. That's all of the Eddies, and now Death Abuse out of here. And I also picked up an explosive arrow, which I need to break one of the walls later on. And talk to Bentley, and he opens the way through, as well as gives me a light gem.
Thanks, pal.
So, you know,
Let me help you with
even if I found a way to get through here without him, which I have a way actually, I found a Bentley skip. Something that any percent runners in 2014 would have been excited about.
Oh yeah, light jam. Okay.
Can't do it in 100% because you kinda want that light gem.
I'll give this Spyro.
Kinda.
Good luck with finding Spyro, old buddy.
Anyway. So here's a unique thing. This enemy drops lockpicks. So basically that enemy just drops 500 gems. But there's a reason that enemy does that, obviously. It's because lockpicks aren't really exactly easy to come by in this place. Anyway, that was fast. I'm proud of that, that was really good. I hope the rest of Gloomy Glacier goes really well, because so far it's actually been pretty fucking good. Of course, I haven't even started the level proper yet, so you can go either way from here. Anyway, here's a little shitty room where you have to kill 12 skeletons to move on. The skeletons themselves are completely random, as in they just like hit you when they feel like it. So you want to jump kick into them like that, because that's usually the best way to deal with them. Kind of surprises them, you know? Nice, no hits. And I did it fast, kind of. I wish there was a skip out of that room, but you know. So this cave is kind of hard, so you have to wait on that. And here's the explosive arrow spot. Pick up another because it's in the way, and skip this. We're supposed to shoot that target to bring up a platform, but that jump is so easily made without it. So why would I bother? Jump over here. Avoid this guy's arrow, because, you know, death is not good. Zoe was quite a while ago. Can I? Thank you. This is going really well so far. And that's pretty much the hard part's done. Anyway, jump down here to get this egg. Death Abuse to get the hell back up. Anyway, these bats, if you aggro one of them only one of them will ever come after you. That was a great move. Good job. I was trying to... the jump kick is the same button as the stomp, so you have to time your stuff really well if you try to kick out of a double jump. But yeah, that's how you avoid those bats. You just get one of them after you. And this is the last section that's really a pain in the ass. Kind of. Because this guy. Okay, good. Nice. That jump is kind of hard to make sometimes. Okay, the bricks fell, which means I'm safe to go. This is a really good movement too. Like I'm doing as much jump kicking as possible. And here's a Sparks minigame. First of its kind, but it's the third one in the game, so yeah.
Oh, it did.
We don't do any of the minigames in order from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. We do all the fourth ones last because Hub 4 is naturally the last one we enter, but that's it. And here's the Sparks movement tech. This specific rhythm on the trigger. Maybe slightly slower than that. It allows you to keep up the speed while not wasting like the full amount of the stamina bar. So these are good opportunities to gather some gems for free. Because this is an auto-scroller essentially, with some semblance of movement. So while you're not doing the movement, you might as well take some time to just kill some enemies, because some of them drop yellow gems, which are worth 100 in this game, as opposed to the usual 10 in most Spyro games. PB pace, actually I'm a minute ahead, but you know, I wasn't gonna say that. I mean, the last 2 segments have been best segments.
Should I try again to see if I can find a light gem?
So here's the light gem challenge, which just reduces the amount of weapons you have, and it takes away most of the power-ups in the level and adds some enemies. It's not really a big deal. It's still the same auto-scroller. You just get less to, you know, go fast with, because it removes the bottles, which restore your stamina to full, so you can't really use those anymore. So it becomes more about collecting gems, because you can downtime and all that. Got nothing better to do with my life. Some enemies do still drop power-ups though. There's not a single enemy or flock of enemies that drops like a stamina bottle, so meh. That's a lot of fucking gems. 128. Meh.
Okay, Hunter, I got that.
Yeah, Ty, I mean, you've just joined to see all the exciting stuff. I'm about to go to I Said It All and then clear out Hub 1, Hub 2, and Hub 3. Which is all the things in this game that actually matter. Everything else is kinda irrelevant. Except this has been an exceptional gloomy glacier, so that's kinda shitty to miss. In fact, I'm probably gonna end up being a minute and a half ahead of my PB, and some of bests probably. Just the beginning of the run was shit. Everything else has been like fucking phenomenal. Anyway, can I get this skip? No, I can't. Doesn't matter, it's fucking random. I'm glad that I don't have to go for it. gonna let this spider go on by. Never mind, I'm just gonna ignore everything that makes sense to me. Anyway, you can jump from the ledge to ahead of that spider, and then you can take damage from the spider to do exactly what I just did, which was double jump. And you could cut the corner completely and jump to like where I am now, but not this far into it, obviously. Just it skips a lot, it saves a lot of time, but I mean, I didn't get it, so I'm not gonna go for it. Anyway, nice. If you blow up that strong chest with an explosive arrow, it's a free 500 gems. As well as, you know, it opens up this thing, which the only way here is to open that, so, you know. Gotta get the light gem. And there we go. Besides missing that very last trick, it's been a fucking phenomenal Gloomy Glacier, probably a best segment even. That's the ending. And I'm gonna save time, which means it's a best segment because PB had best seg. And I just saved 30 seconds on my sum of bests with not even a perfect Gloomy Glacier. Can you imagine that? I'm a minute and a half ahead, just like I said I would be.
Spyro, you okay? Oh, Hunter, am
But I'm 2 seconds behind my sum of bests, which means it's only 3:17 pace. Haha.
Very funny.
But it would be fun to get the world record here too, just like a new beginning, because that would mean the practice actually finally paid off for this fucking game.
Thanks, Hunter.
So we're finally back to Spyro here, once this cutscene ends.
You want me to,
And we're gonna have some proper gameplay for a while. Imagine that in this game. Gameplay. With Spyro or something. Holy crap. But first we have to get out of this room, which is much more easily said than done. Unless you're on PS2, in which case you're a dirty cheater anyway. Okay, good. I have to do these very specific infinite jumps in these very specific spots to get out there. And then I use my face to switch to fucking electric breath. Fucking Christ, okay. On a PS2 controller I'd be doing double claw, like left and right hand claw. But on Xbox controller that's not gonna work out too well. So yeah, I have to use my face every now and then when I'm gliding. Because I have to keep pointing forward on the stick as well as holding A. So I can't really do much. Get hit. Okay, thank you. I want to drop to as low to a sparks as low a sparks level as humanly possible. Anyway, I just got the double jump power up, which only lasts for a set amount of time, so it's not something I would, you know, use that much. In fact, I only use it here once, and that's to get all these strong chests, all of which contain 500 gems, which are gonna be doubled, so it's 1,000 per chest. This requires some talent to get fast at. I want that. Nobody gets left behind. Fuck's sake, that is the hardest chest to get. And that's not even that important to get. I could have lived without the 1,000 gems. But I refuse to live without the strong chest. Like, no. Let me get that light gem here. Glide over here, and I'm gonna take a hit from this guy here. Thank you. Light the boiler, get the hell out. You may have noticed I didn't hit a Zoe anywhere, so no checkpoints, so we're back here. And that is convenient, because the elevator up from that place takes about an eternity and a half to get up here. So I'm gonna have to do that. Anyway, now some shopping. It's faster to leave the shop and re-enter it than to scroll back to the left to get to the lockpicks, by the way, so that's why I did that. It's a minor time save, obviously, but you know, I'm a speedrunner. I will take my 0.3 time saves in my 3-hour speedrun. Anyway, this cycle is shit, but it doesn't really matter at all whatsoever. Because we have the cheating tool, the infinite jump. And this guy is an asshole, so we're gonna deal with him. Because if you sit here while letting him live, he's gonna shoot you down. A lot. Anyway. I have to wait to get back up. Not back up, but you know, up here. Grab that light gem. And here's one of the 2 water wheels we'll be using this run. Okay, another boiler. I have to light every boiler in this level. Gives me an additional light gem. While some of them already give me light gems just by lighting them at all. I have to kill this guy to open the door, and I have to aim this head bash in a very specific corner of this dark gem, so I fall to this spot. So I don't fall directly into Elder Astor's talking trigger, so I can just leave him. So he would teach me wall kick, which I've already established. That's a time loss, because I can use infinite jump instead. Like, you can tell that this isn't as fast as wall kick would be, but Elder Astor talks for quite a while, so... yeah, no. Is this playable on Xbox One? Probably not. I wouldn't know, but I would probably say no. Anyway, activate the shop pad. I'll be coming back here later, like 2 hours from now. Something like that. And we get our first Speedway. And in Speedways you play as Sergeant Bird instead of Spyro, which is... it's not that bad when you fucking get down to it, but it's... it is what it is. So just like any other minigame, there's 2 challenges. You have the Dragon Egg and then the Light Gem, and Speedways are the only ones where the Light Gem really isn't harder at all compared to the Dragon Egg challenge, anyway. The Dragon Egg actually is harder for this one. Like, doing this optimally is way harder. I'm not at all exaggerating. Okay, here's the thief. Okay, hit him. It's fine. Did I get the bird? I don't think I got the bird. Yeah, I'm missing one bird. It's fine. I can go back there as I loop around from here. Anyway, as you can clearly tell, the main difference with Sergeant Bird compared to Spyro in like previous games Speedways is that he has this rocket launcher thing going on, so I can use that to target enemies from afar. So I have to wait for these things to count down. If I kill myself before they count down, the game just says you fail with like all items collected, which is something that kind of infuriates me incredibly much, but you know, whatever. Not much I can do about it anyway. Okay. As I said, this is much easier than the Dragon Egg challenge. Though this room can be kinda hard. Because of that. That took way longer than it should have. I should have shot that Yeti. As I loop around, I'll shoot him. So I got the thief. You could barely see the thief for like a fraction of a second, but yeah. I got him, definitely. As you can tell from the fact that I killed all of them. Yeah, another good main difference to these speedways is that there's 5 different items to get, or things to kill, or whatever the hell. As opposed to the usual 4. Usually it's 4 times 8. In this one it's... well, it's 4 times 8 plus 4. In all the other speedways it's like 5 times 8. For some reason there's only 4 thieves.
Training got me through that, you know. I managed to earn you a light gem.
Anyway, those speedways are actually quite fun to play, all things considered. They were kind of fun to route as well.
So just say the word.
Though half of them I didn't have to route. But I did reroute some of them that were already routed, and I had to route some of them because some of them just weren't routed already before I came onto the scene. Anyway, that's the second last boiler. And the last boiler is gonna be right here, so we're basically done. And that's all of Ice Citadel except for a couple of things involving Supercharge, which requires 40 light gems to activate, and I don't quite have that yet, so I'll be coming back here later. Just a while from here to activate Supercharge, and then get all the stuff that I've missed. Strictly speaking, I don't need Supercharge to get any of the things, but it's faster.
My favorite wallet.
Anyway, now we'll return finally to Hub 1 with all the abilities unlocked, and we have the keyring to hold 3 lockpicks at a time, which I never really mentioned that, but that's the reason we need that gem route. Because we can't really complete levels before we have the keyring, and we need like 5,000 or 6,000 gems to get it. Anyway, start of Dragon Village with a bit of infinite jumping. Get up here. Get that light gem, get that egg. Fucking hell. Get up here without having to do the dumb button pressing puzzle. Oh my god, I want to die. Oh my god, why? Why are you spinning around? Anyway, second speedway! Right after the first one. The third one. And now we're doing the first one.
And I happen to be both of those things. Right. Shall I take on this flying...
This one is a lot easier than the last one, so... yay, I guess. Usually I like tie the IL world record for this, which I hold anyway, so... whatever. I was wondering about that, because I sure shit did not blow that up. 'Cause that's the one you're supposed to blow up first, and I had a feeling that rocket just went off to do its own fucking thing. So that's the IL world record done. Anyway, this isn't really slower, because I missed that guy, because once again it needs to count down the items. And that's why I go through that section as fast as possible. Because it doesn't matter. As the items are counting down, I'm basically not losing time. So I want to get to the rings faster than getting the Norks.
All I got you was this...
Because that happens to be the fastest thing to do, by a little bit. Do I run this game often? Could you tell from the movement if I do? Because, you know, usually that's a telltale sign that somebody may have put time into it. But yeah, I kind of do, maybe. It's not that often, but often enough to hold every world record, which means nothing because nobody else tries to get them from me. Anyway, I just cleared out that whole thing in a pretty nice way. Get these 2 vultures, and around we go. So this light gem challenge is a lot slower than the dragon egg. It's a lot less exciting. There's like no speed boost that I pick up because it's a detour to go get any of that. Anyway, this section is kinda neat, I guess. It's really slow, but it's kinda neat in the movement, because this isn't really that easy. It's not that easy to drop into a ring without boosting at all, or like having the thing on, I guess, and then just actually having it so you hit the goddamn ring. And then getting out of there while hitting the ring and everything, and video games, you know, stuff. Play it once a week or every day, yeah. Fair point, I guess. I don't even play this once a week. On average, like throughout the year, there's like 2 months where I'll play this like every other day. Because it's not that active of a speed game, as I already said. I hold every world record because nobody else plays this. So I don't have that much of an incentive to play it, but every now and then, I don't know, it's really fun to play actually, so I do it anyway. Who the hell cares about world record? I don't care if I hold all of them, I'm still gonna break them. Anyway, that's that section. Once again, I got up to that platform without having to do any nonsense with pushing buttons. To raise platforms and such. Here's a chest. Let's open it. Okay, so all the cutscenes are still here since I never watched them, so I'm gonna avoid this door because it would activate a cutscene. And that's why I have to go do this. Oh my god, you fucking dick. That's not a big time loss, but that is utter bullshit. It didn't give me my double jump for no goddamn reason. Oh fuck. That was so perfect too, like I got the perfect amount of height. I could have cut the corner as tight as humanly possible, but no. Anyway, I have to go around Zoe here because she still has that cutscene to offer me, and I really have no interest in it. That's the problem with never watching any of the cutscenes in this hub. They're all still here. And I mean all of them are still here, so I have to avoid some more. The only one that's not really here is Elder Thomas, because the game thinks I've talked to him, because clearly I have double jump. That must mean I've talked to him. But even then I don't go anywhere near him, so there's no danger of talking to him. Anyway, I'm basically just going through the level as intended, except now I'm gonna break tradition and, you know, do unintended. That's a very easy jump to make. I don't know why they made it so easy, but hey, helps me, doesn't it? Will it load? I do want to get, like, up here. There's a chest I need to get. And then go around here, and now we take the swim in there because there's a dragon egg I need to get. That's like all the way over here. And that's actually Dragon Village completely done. I've collected every item. All of the items. There's 80 dragon eggs. And then there's 40 dark gems and there's 100 light gems. Anyway, since we're done here, let's go to the first level, which is Crocodile Swamp. I'm gonna attempt something that has been failing me lately. We'll see if it works. I'm gonna swim under here to keep loading the next chunks. This should allow me to load Crocodile Swamp while staying out of bounds. Yeah, I did it. And that makes it so I don't have to like waste time like swimming over like a huge wall to get out of bounds, so I can just stay at the same level. So I'm gonna go grab this, because I would need supercharge to clear out this level, except no. I refuse to do so. I've got better things to do. Okay, nice. We're gonna swim over here, grab some more stuff. Basically, the way I clear out most levels is I swim through, I grab everything that isn't nailed down. Then I death abuse to get back on my feet, and I grab everything that is nailed down. Namely, chests and yeah, those things. Dark eggs. Dark eggs, yeah, Dark gems. Some of you may be able to tell that I've slept for 3 hours and everything is fun. Anyway, yeah, that's how I clear out most levels, because that's the fast way. The only exception is Hub 3, because there's nothing to swim with. Fuck's sake. Take some damage from this fucker. Because damage is something I need right now, because there's gonna be a death abuse very soon to get on my feet and grab the things that happen to be nailed down. Right now, egg thief. No longer. Goodbye. So I hope this guy will hit me twice. Nope. If he doesn't knock you away, you actually can take damage twice from his hit, which is actually very nice. But yeah, I've slept for 3 hours. It's really nice. That's because my fucking last run in this marathon was until 7 in the morning. And then I didn't go to fucking bed until 8, and then had to do stuff like wake up at 11. It was really awesome. Anyway, here's the third Blink minigame. The last one for quite a while. We don't see more of this asshole until like 2 hours from now, so it's actually really nice to get him out of the way first. It's the first minigame thing we clear out in the first 3 hubs. But it's the last minigame we will be doing. It's a Blink thing. Which is interesting when you think about it. It's the first thing we would clear out, but we still do a Blink minigame last, because it's the last minigame in the game. Anyway, this one's a fairly simple one. Jump on those to skip a ledge grab. The light gem of this is actually kind of hard and has some really interesting throwing tricks that can save so much time, but I don't think I've ever pulled them off in a run. I've done the egg completely perfectly. Actually, there's nothing in there. What am I doing? This is not the light gem. In the light gem challenge, there's a shard in there, but what the hell am I doing with my life right now? Being a dumbass, apparently. That might not break it, but I'll trust it. It broke it. Yay, I trusted myself. Anyway, up here we have something. This is an interesting way to get up here. And that's that. Don't have to wait for the platform, don't have to deal with the spiders, don't have to deal with anything. Yeah, I knew that would happen. Anyway, long jump here. Get rid of the spider, because if you don't, he will spit shit at you, and you will fall into the water, quote unquote. Question mark. Bye. That counted as a win, by the way. I don't think it's even possible to fucking die before the last bomb blows up like that, so, you know.
I found you a dragon egg, but I'd love to get out of this fresh air and look for something even better. Should I try again and see if I can find you a light gem?
Hopefully this will go a lot better than the freaking, what do you call it, dragon egg? Yeah, that thing. This time around, yes, we do this. How about? I mean, could have been worse, but nah. Okay, so this friggin' throw. Didn't get shit. I'm gonna take my sweet time breaking these. I'm really gonna take my sweet time breaking these. Friggin' hell. What the fuck? Anyway, same as last time we used this thing. Okay, the spider died. That's actually a really good thing, because that spider is the one that can actually hit me sometimes. That should get it. Okay. Now, fuck you. Anyway, jump on that rock to skip a ledge grab. That's the extent of optimizing blink movement. You just do as few ledge grabs as possible. Okay, let's see if I can make this legendary throw. I am actually a legend. I think I threw it over the dark shard, I think. Like, I fucking overdid that, holy shit. It's not that hard of a throw, seriously. But yeah, whatever. Not that big of a deal, obviously. And we're done with that. Moving on with the rest of Crocodile. For at least a little bit, because we're gonna be running straight into another minigame, which is irritating.
Now do a light gem. There's nothing else of value down there, but any excuse to go underground is fine by me.
Yeah, not fine by me though. Anyway, this is where we get our lockpicks up. There we go. Here's Elder Magnus, the guy who teaches me pole spin. Except not anymore, because I've already learned it on my own. Get wrecked. Anyway, yeah, here's a hole. And I'm gonna wait for this to load, because you will fall through that floor if it's not there. Venom, at no point did I actually hold on to a single ledge. Do you mind? There's an inconsistency with your joke.
No thank you, stranger. Whatever you're selling, I ain't a buying. But if you're having trouble with the old sinking stuff, I'll wake up one of those giant lilies for you. Now maybe you can help me out. These dang swamp critters keep running off with my food. I ain't hurting there a week now.
Well,
Fun stuff.
There's a reward in it for you if you can run these foul critters here off my land. I got these old war cannons you can use. I'd do it myself, but the smell of gunpowder makes me...
Alright, so this is the first of its kind. An hour and 20 minutes into the run. It's a cannon minigame. It's an auto-scroller. Exciting. This is the only one that isn't really an auto-scroller, I think. You can actually save and lose quite a bit of time on these, depending on the spawns, so... Die. Yeah, I lost like 2 seconds there. Dang. 42 is actually a really good time still, so of course I don't fucking mind. It can go way worse. You can get like a 50 if you get really shit spawns.
Promised you a dragon egg. I would have had it myself, but the dang shell on this thing's hard as a rock. Hey, why don't you try her again? See if you might win you a right gem.
Right. This is the same as the dragon egg. You can lose time due to shit spawns. It happens a lot less often on this one, I find. These aren't the greatest spawns I've seen around. $51, that's fine. You can stop 50. How old am I? I am 12. Clearly.
You saved my victuals. Take this here light gem for your trouble. Hey, I ain't got nothing more to give you, but if you're having fun, you can go again. I mean, if that's what you really want.
Now we're just gonna clear out the rest of the level and get the hell out, because we're basically done here. Make this jump. Thank you. And there's a shop pad over there that I cannot use. There would be a better route that would use that, but that shop pad forces you into a 12-second long cutscene, which ends up making it a lot slower. So sadly we have to do kind of a shit route for this place. Ah, knowledge grabless, fucking hell. Anyway, here's a chest. I'm just gonna cut the corner by getting over here by doing this. Hello. Death Abyss out of here. Naturally. There's nothing more here to collect. You may have noticed that a lot of these levels are really... They got a lot of open space where there's just nothing. They're really big. And there's just a bunch of gems and enemies here and there. So if you know where all the items are, this is actually a really short game, but if you don't, this is a very long game to play through casually. To 100% at least. Anyway, I'm gonna skip opening this door here, which you'd have to do by pushing 2 buttons, both of which give you a cutscene, which is really annoying. So I'm just gonna go in here, like this. Push that button to open the door, and get that enemy off the button to open this one. Here's the last item in the level. Death Abyss out of here. Yeah, something like that, Ty. Anyway, teleport out of here, back to the hub, and okay, I'm 3.5 minutes ahead. Okay. That is mildly disconcerting. Not because I'm 3 minutes ahead, but because my PB is so shit that it would let me be 3 minutes ahead. Anyway, here's where we get the Dragonfly Falls, and we're gonna get there with a little bit of a creative method. Here's the ball gadget, and under it is a trigger. I will fly into said trigger, and this skips 2 things. The cutscene with the professor, which takes an eternity. Holy shit, is it a long cutscene. And the other thing is the ball gadget actually activating. So, you know, when you activate a ball gadget in this game, it closes in on you and puts you in the ball gadget while it does some stuff and whatever. it skips that animation, so that's like 2 counts of super speedy. How did I vomit up the name Dustiel? That's a good question. Okay, get up here because there's a chest. Yeah, this is Dragonfly Falls, the second level in the first hub. Normally to enter this you would need 8 light gems to activate the ball gadget that I just cheated my way into. But you do actually need the 8 light gems for that ball gadget, otherwise you soft log as soon as you enter this level. But you can enter the ball gadget without them, and it will let you into that ball gadget section. It just soft locks you coming out of it. But yeah, this level is fairly straightforward. It's the same as most other levels. You swim through it, getting everything that is nailed down. Then you go through, get the chests, get the dark gems. Here's where we get our swim. It's gonna pop out of bounds real quick. Dive down here. We're gonna skip to the end of the level, grab some stuff. So there's 2 things in this level, casually, but we skip one of them. There's a Sparks minigame, which of course we can't skip because there is no skip in those, and there's a Hunter section, where you would play as Hunter, and there's a light gem and an egg in this section. It takes quite a while to actually navigate through it and grab these things, so let's see how long it takes for me with Spyro and swimming through. Less than 20 seconds it would seem. Dang. But yeah, that's the Hunter section, and now we're out of here. I have to fly up this high because everything here is solid, so I couldn't like find any other way out. And I did actually have to go through that hole because, as I said, everything is freaking solid. Anyway, gonna go around grabbing some more stuff. Like that light gem, and here's a chest. Now I have to get out of swim to get the chest, so real quick we're gonna pop into a walking state. But that's only temporary, because it takes me about like 5 seconds to get back into a swim, if the game would work. There it is. Using more of that bonk out of bounds swim in air tech. Because if you just jump out of water while charging at a specific angle and you bonk into a corner like that, there's a good chance that you're going through that corner. It's really easy. I would recommend trying it casually to find exactly how easy it is. Because it is ridiculously easy. We use it quite often in the run. Anyway. Doing this backwards, you're supposed to break this dark gem to get into that cave, but why would I do that first? Why would I actually do that first?
Give it up, Spyro. You'll never fit through that crack in the wall. So you want me to go in there and do it for you?
So here's the first Sparks minigame. For me it is the second, but in the game it should be the first. And as such, it's as easy as you'd expect. Though difficulty doesn't work like that in this game usually. The hardest of the minigames are really fucking weird sometimes. The hardest Sparks minigame is the second one. The hardest turret minigame is the second one. Hardest blink minigame is the fourth one. And hardest speedway is the second one. So usually the second one for some reason ends up being the hardest. It's quite weird. Here's 100 gem, thank you. Fuck, I bonked on the thing in the ceiling.
There's a dragon egg. Are we done yet? Should I try again to see if I can find a light gem?
Getting some 100 gems, because there's not gonna be any stamina bottles to recharge my thing, so I can't really keep going fast throughout. So I might as well take this time to grab some gems. I got the time for it. And really, these Sparks minigames are a really good time to just get some free gems. Like, you might as well, you've got nothing better to do, nothing better to spend this time on while you're doing this. There is quite literally just nothing to do. So you might as well kill everything that moves, and some things that don't move. And then at the end you can just do that, and have some left over, which means I probably lost time, but who cares? I'm 3.5 minutes ahead, do I really care?
Gem, you should start appreciating me more.
Yeah, fuck you. Anyway, that's that done. We only have 2 Sparks minigames left.
Really have to go
Second and fourth one. Both of them are really eh. The second one isn't even that hard, but it is the hardest. It's the only one I've ever died in. Anyway, once again backtracking. Up on that ledge where those boxes were, there's actually a thing we haven't seen yet in any of the levels, but there's quite a few of them in this game. It was a door that gets opened by a certain amount of light gems, not a certain set, idiot. Certain amount, which is 75 to open that door. Now, of course, why would I open that door ever? Why would I waste my time? Also, why would I waste my time going the right way around when I can skip to here? Also, this is the only part in the game where save warping is faster to get out of a thing, so I'll be doing that right now. I had to wait for it to auto-save before I could save warp, so yeah. Also, as soon as those ellipses appear, I can actually start menuing there, even though the, you know, the menu hasn't even appeared yet. Or like the thing that says press start. Which is a bit strange, but I can do it, so I will do it. Anyway, I'm gonna be naturally swimming in the air to get into that section that would have those... not have those, have that door that requires 75 light gems to open. I think there's 4 of those doors, 1 in each hub. The one in hub 1 is 75 and it's in this level. The one in hub 2 is like 25 light gems to open, which is pathetic. And that's in Coastal Remains. We'll actually be seeing that door quite soon. Third one is in... what do you call it? Frostbite Village, and it requires 95 light gems, so it's casually one of the last things you'd be doing. Get that thief, and while he's dying... let's not wait on his egg and just go grab this. And his egg will have spawned by the time I get back. And yeah, the last door is, for some reason, a 45 light gem door. And that's in the last level, or second last level, in Dark Mine. And that makes no sense whatsoever, but... hey, whatever, man. Do whatever you fucking want. I don't care. Okay. Maintaining the lead. I am 347 ahead. How long would this take without glitches? Forever, basically? Well, the world record before infinite jumping got found was 5 hours and something. Which isn't glitchless, but it's close. Like, it is fairly close to glitchless, I guess. But it isn't glitchless at all. Anyway, Hub 2, since Hub 1 has been entirely cleared out. Now, remember that water wheel we got at Ineptune, or after Ineptune? Probably don't, because there's a, you know, been an hour of gameplay since. It's this guy that wants you to hit that water wheel. In fact, he wants you to activate 2 of them. Only one of them triggers him giving you that light gem, so I would never touch that other one with a 10-foot pole, because I don't feel like losing my time. So yeah, you only have to activate 1. Normally you'd have to activate 2 to bring the water up to the height of that light gem so you could grab it, but I can swim in air so I don't have to do shit. And even then I could infinite jump up to it, but swim in air is slightly faster. Oh fuck's sake. Finally breaking this dark gem, which I couldn't break when I was here the first time around, because I didn't have double jump then, and as such I couldn't do the horn dive. Or head bash, if you will. Don't hit me, thank you. Okay, now I'm about to enter my first level in this hub called Sunken Ruins. Once I get up here, which I won't, apparently. Okay, what the hell? What the hell? This was never a surface that you couldn't fucking infinite jump on. You know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna do it the casual way. If I can jump out of water today. Oh my god. Fuck's sake. Finally. Holy shit. What the hell was that? Why? Anyway, yeah, that dark gem. But that's not all, there's a light gem in the corner, which I'm gonna go grab right now. It'll take a moment. Swim through here. No, oh, yeah, wrong thing. I was wondering. There we go, and this is the elevator to Sunken Ruins. Which is a scary level, because it's one of very few levels in the game that can just crash, because why not? In fact, this game can crash on every loading screen, but so far it hasn't, and it's not that common, so I'm hoping that it won't. But in this level it can just crash because you're doing stuff, and it doesn't like it, because it's gonna... You're gonna load like 3 chunks on top of each other, and normally the game wouldn't allow for that, but the Xbox 360 version is actually quite stable when it comes to stuff like that, because it's a more powerful console, so it can actually handle that better than like PS2 could. And that's why PS2 would crash way more often in here, as well as some other spots in the game. Anyway, there's a chest back here, so I'm gonna have to go grab that first, before anything. And a dark gem, yay. Now if you're running low on gems by the time you get to this point in the run, you could actually hit some of the fireworks here to break up the like 3 strong chests you see right there. But I've never had to do that except like really early runs, and even then I over-gemmed, so I didn't have to do that at all. But this is like a nice refueling point, if you will, if you ever need more gems. Anyway, you have to wait on this whirlwind so you can get up here. It's the only way up. Like, of course you could swim in air up here, but that is not an option, because look, there's a chest over there. You couldn't probably see it, but hey, who cares? I mean, there's a chest over here. And you have to be walking to get chests. It's non-optional. That's a neat way of getting down. Just charge. Because in this game they made charging make you go downwards really fast. They learned from previous Spyro games that if you make charging do anything but fucking put you downwards, it's a problem. Anyway, There's a mermaid over there, but I don't feel like talking to her because she gives me nothing. Anyway, I'm gonna swim really carefully here. Mostly to let the chunks load, but also so I can see where I'm going, because it's a really big time loss to miss this. You're supposed to activate the invincibility gadget and go through that green pool right there and swim backwards into that room. But that is really slow, so I'm not gonna do that. Anyway, here's something really neat, and it's the only spot in the game where this saves time. You saw the Y prompt come up for talking to the professor there. That's important. As you can see, I may have activated that cutscene, but I also may be watching another cutscene at the same time.
Which will protect you from...
So you want me to risk my life while you stand
So
guard
yeah,
there?
I have to wait for the cutscene to end before I say yes to this though. And that's it. That basically skipped the cutscene, kind of, because I watched it at the same time as another one. Fuck's sake. Why did I throw two? Anyway, as I mentioned earlier, this is the hardest Sparks minigame. You could probably even tell that from the way this is designed. This is horrible. It's actually really scary, because if you get stuck in any of like the moving parts of the level, like... This thing actually isn't that big of a deal, but it's like the crusher things that you may have seen earlier. There's like a fucking fan. If you get stuck in that, you die immediately. Sometimes. If you get stuck in that fan, you die immediately sometimes. It's really scary sometimes. And I've been saying the word sometimes a lot right now, and that bothers me right now. Anyway.
I found a dragon egg, although I have no idea how I carried it out.
So the light gem is the truly scary part, because... fucking hell. Get this 100 gem. Get this 100 gem. You can also get stun locked by those. Also, I lined that up badly, so I had to wait. And now I wouldn't want to use my charging stuff for a while, because I want to save that up for when I need to go fast through some of the crushers and stuff later on in the level. So I won't be like wasting this too much. So using a bomb to clear up this room. Get these 100 gems. Get that butterfly, that would be a really good idea actually. Get full health. Which might not matter, because if I get caught by something, it might just kill me instantaneously, rather than ask any questions about it. So that's that. Done deathless, thankfully. I mean, Sunken Ruins should go well from here on out. Hopefully. It's a hard level.
A light gem. I'm so good. This game should be called
So we'll see about that.
Dragonfly.
Yeah, good joke, asshole. How about you never speak again? And I still have to activate the second cutscene of this. Which is him just saying this, which is really short, so I don't mind. I skipped the first one, which is him explaining the invincibility gadget. Which is exactly what it sounds like. It gives you invincibility for some time. It's used for some things in the game, but more importantly, it's used for a major trick in the later part of the game. And it also happens to be faster to use in this level, to get like one light gem. Anyway, this is faster than going around by a little bit, or it should be. Though I've been wrong about things before. A lot of time, actually. I'm gonna get creative with my platforming here again. Just so I can avoid those things, because those are actually really hard to avoid sometimes, because their cycles are nonsense. It just does whatever the hell it feels like. Anyway, I'm gonna do this again, because I want to swim this time. And there happens to be water there. Anyway, I want to swim up here, because there's a dark gem up here, and climbing up here takes forever, so convenient shortcut. And there happens to be water here that gets me out of swimming. Anyway, that's that done. There's only 2 items up there, those 2. Dark gem and whatever the hell that chest had, because I didn't pay attention to what it was. This is the light gem that's faster to get with invincibility, so... And I have to get invincibility anyway, because, as I said, it's used for a major trick at the end game. Nice, he missed. That guy's really annoying sometimes, because if he hits you, it's annoying. Refill on lockpicks here. Anyway, this room is kind of cool, actually. I have to push one of these buttons. And that gets that dark gem to the bottom of the floor there. On NTSC you have an exclusive trick where you can phase through water planes without swimming. But on the PAL version we find our own way. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. Anyway, that's one of the cooler things in the game, I feel. Just because I found it and I think it's cool, and therefore you should think it's cool too. Now I have to get up here and die. Okay. Fuck's sake. That doesn't matter because there's like a cycle here that is impossible to catch anyway. I say impossible when it's completely possible, but I just don't want to acknowledge the fact that it is. Like you jump on this pillar. You jump on this as it comes down. If you don't ledge grab there, you can actually make it because you can double jump off of it and get up there. And I could have just had it there, the thing I literally just called impossible, but you know. No. Anyway, as you may have noticed, I have quite a few light gems now. So I can finally enter a level that would require supercharging, which I will after this, and that would be Cloudy Domain.
Spyro, if you've got money to spend,
My favorite one.
Now, give me a second though, there's some stuff before Cloudy Domain that we have to do. We have to clear out the rest of Coastal Remains. Which means a minigame and some kind of boring stuff, so... Yeah. Cloudy Domain as a level is kind of cool though. It's casually one of the harder levels because it's entirely covered in a death trigger because it's up in the sky, so... You've just got these platforms to work with. It's literally a level covered in a death trigger.
Spyro, thank goodness you're here. My hatchlings can't seem to get into the water. And naturally, with me being a turtle, I want my newborn children to be able to go into the ocean unsupervised.
As I said earlier, this is the hardest canon minigame. I would say debatably, because some people say the fourth one is, but it's not debatable, those people are just wrong. The light gem of this is actually fairly difficult. Though I've never failed it in a run, I still have come close. And with all the other kind of minigames, I barely ever even take like damage or like anything, whatever the hell. Like next to that green bar up there, there's a red bar that fills up as you keep failing the thing you're supposed to not fail. In here, it's if these things carry off any of the turtles. So just prevent that. That should be done. Yeah, okay. Wally, you are wrong. So, yeah, you are wrong.
Thank you, Spyro. Why don't you take this egg? It was on the beach, but I don't think it's one of mine. There is another class heading off for a swim. Help them into the water, and I will give you another reward.
Oh boy. So the spawn rates for these things has become ridiculous. And you only get 4. If 4 of the turtles get carried away, you fail. 4 is a very small amount, considering the amount of enemies on screen right now. Like, fucking holy shit. 1 even got carried away already. Like, fuck me. And the thing is, this takes like 2 minutes to beat, so yeah, that's a huge time loss if you ever fail this. I don't think I ever will. It's really hard to miss some of these actually getting carried away. Seriously, it requires a lot of negligence. Apparently enough for 2 of them to get carried away. You fuck off. Is this gonna be the day that I fail this just because it's a decent run? This is a clusterfuck. Why? There goes the 3rd one. Thankfully, these are the last 3 ones, I think. Either that or it's because like so many got carried away that I actually need more than these. Okay, good. Anyway, yeah, that was fine. Never mind anything that just happened. I didn't even lose time. That was still 203. Usually I get a 202. Whoop-de-doo. There goes a 2nd. Oh no. That's that done. Anyway, infinite jump up here, because we have an egg. And I couldn't manage 2 of those, so fuck. And here's the last water wheel we'll be using. The last we'll see of water breath, actually. It has officially become useless. Get up here. We're doing this backwards, and that's why I had to infinite jump up here. And that's why this thing is still purple, because it's not really intended to be seen without the dark gem there. Anyway, I just went through a door, as they do. Using that thermal to gain some height to get up here, because there's a dark gem again. Now here's something that makes absolutely no sense, and it just shows how much attention Eurocom were paying when they made this game. I'm gonna swim in air by, you know, doing nothing in particular. Can I actually do it though? There you go. Fuck's sake. There's just no water there. You can swim up from there because there is no water in that spot. There are a lot of spots like that in the game, but 2 of them we use in the run. That is just lazy. That's like nothing but laziness right there. Anyway, here's that light gem door. We're actually seeing one of these. Oh, it's 20 light gems. That's weird. Anyway, as you could hear, there's a thief over there, and we're leaving him right now because I can't get him on my way through the first time around. So I'm gonna go back here and grab a light gem. Missed the 100 gem, why not? And now this guy is just gonna turn around and get fucked immediately. And that's that. Generally in these sections you have a light gem and an egg to collect. Actually in all 4 of them. Fun fact. And yeah, I have Ice Breath. I have all abilities except for Wall Kick and Wing Shield, because I don't need either of those, so I didn't get any of them. Because, you know, why not? Like, I already went to Hop 3, I beat Red, which gives me all breaths and double jump and pole spin. Because entering Hop 3 just gives you those 2 abilities for no reason. Because that's how it works, apparently. Anyway. Swimming in air to get all that stuff. And now we're going to Cloudy Domain, finally. Now this is tricky, so bear with me. As you could clearly tell, that elevator is constantly pushing me upwards. So, if I would just stay on it, by the time I reach Cloudy Domain, and I actually get control again, I would be so high up in the sky that it would be ridiculous. So how do I deal with this problem? Well, this elevator comes up to a platform, so if I swim so that my shadow ends up off the elevator, I will be off the elevator basically, and I will just be stuck under that platform right there. You could see me right down here, and that prevents me from rising 3 billion feet into the air, and it saves quite a bit of time. But we have to enter this level with swim for the obvious reasons here. It's a level in the sky. Swimming through it is a fucking overpowered notion, so we're gonna do that. Also, we're gonna activate a Zoe here, after which we're gonna avoid Zoes. And yeah, not a lot of people were fans of this level, because this level, casually without swimming through it, fucking hell. But I'm gonna be swimming through the entire level, grabbing everything that I can. So there's just gonna be like 1 light gem, which is in the way, so I wouldn't grab that with swim, that would waste time. And it's gonna leave all the dark gems and all the chests, of which there's 3 chests that I need to open. And it's gonna leave, you know, the Sergeant Bird thing. Fuck's sake. Imagine going fast. We're gonna grab this egg down here. We're gonna go down under all this nonsense. There's a Zoe over there. Never mind her. I used to go on the right side of her, and then I realized how fucking stupid doing that was. Can you imagine going the long way around like an idiot like that? And that's it. We're done. Death Abuse to get to that Zoe that we activated ages ago, and go up this. We're about to enter a really fun challenge. and it's the only one of its kind. It's a ball gadget thing, but it's not actually bad. I like this one. This is actually really fun, and it's really hard casually for some reason. Okay, so you get 1 minute to get down to this egg, which is not enough time at all. Like, you get 7 seconds of leeway, that's it. If you get stuck on a thing, you're done. But, you know, I'm a fucking professional, of course I'm not gonna fail this. I say, knowing full well that there's always a chance, and I'm probably gonna do it just because I said that I wouldn't. As for the light gym challenge for this, you get 20 seconds extra time and you have to take a detour that takes more time to get through. But it gives you so much more leeway, and you can skip that detour and take this path anyway, so you end up fucking getting the light gym for free. That was a bit slow. Anyway, fairly simple stuff if you know what you're doing. Otherwise, this is hard as hell. Dude, 8 seconds, nice. 8 left is a really good time. Anyway, I'm gonna attempt for a skip that never fucking works. And I don't expect it to work. I expect to be using the backup pretty much any time I'm here. But if I get it, it'll be cool as hell. And I got... Nah, okay. Usually that jump goes a little bit higher, but... Okay, never mind. I'm apparently a god. You know, that strat isn't far from being not RTA viable, and I just did it 2 hours into a run. Yeah, words don't really have the power to describe the actual hardness of my erection right now. I don't think so. I'm trying hard, I can't find the words, and if you know me, you know that's a problem. Okay, we did that. That was a thing that happened. G-Pro would be so fucking proud right now. Fucking hell. This is the greatest showing of a run I've ever done with anything ever. I don't even care that it has mistakes. Oh, fuck's sake. We're gonna start this now. So yeah, I just clipped through the collision of that a bit prematurely. I do want to do that, but not right there. I want to do it here. You're supposed to activate a button to turn that around, but why would I do that? Because the button on the underside is still something you can hit. So if I do that, then Death Abuse, the platform comes up faster, and I don't have to deal with some nonsense, so it's a fair skip. Anyway, detouring over there to grab that, and let's go. Have to push this to open the door. I could go around this room, but it's slower. Like infinite jump, of course, allows me to do a lot of things like that, but not all of them are faster things. If this run doesn't crash at any point, this will be probably like the final Hero Still Hundo run. Like, holy shit. Like, literally killing the category here. Unless somebody wants to take it to a degree of ridiculous competition. In which case, you're more than welcome. Anyway, Supercharged Gadget, we're finally activating it, and we've seen it here and there as a thing that I'm supposed to use to get 100%, like in Crocodile, in Ice Citadel, all of which I've skipped so far, but now I finally activate it, because it is faster to activate it despite these cutscenes. Because the skips required to get some of the items are hard and slow. But I could get the thing, I'm gonna get a chest with this through a strong door. I can go under this platform, and with some skill I can jump from under into this room and just grab this and leave. That is not at all RTA viable, for one, and for two, it's not this that is a problem. It's Ice Citadel, where you have a similar deal where you have to go through a reinforced door. And that is so much slower. In fact, there's 2 of those, so it ends up being slower to skip the supercharge gadget. Memes. Anyway, we're done with the level, actually. One of the longest levels in the game, casually. And we have one thing, we have this fucking idiot here with his longest speedway in the game. On both of the passes. It's the longest Dragon Egg and it is the longest light gem. The Dragon Egg is longer than any other light gem thing except for this, so it's that long. It takes like a minute 20 usually. I think you can sub minute 20, but you know, good luck, because this is random. You're gonna see very soon why it's kinda random and really shitty. So. You saw that rocket? Yeah, there's cannons here. They're all shooting at me. Fun. Anyway, the route for this thing is kinda cool. The route for the light gem, not as much. This is actually kind of neat, not gonna lie. The light gem is just a pain in the ass. Yeah, this is the problem. These are kind of random to fucking avoid, and really annoying. Why did I do that? That shouldn't matter if I just go around here. Nice. Usually rockets don't actually lock onto these things, so getting them to actually break the cannons, that is fucking amazing. And entirely RNG, of course, because haha, fun.
Here you go, Spyro. This egg should go great with some bangers and mash.
Yeah, I really like the speedways in this game. It's a good spin on the usual kind of speedways you'd have. Like, this is a good spin on it, honestly. It's different, it's new, it's fresh, it's really nice. And they didn't handle it like shit, except for this one light gem challenge. I didn't get all the birds, fucking awesome. Let's hope that that cycle isn't garbage so I can catch that bird wherever the hell it might be. There it is. Okay, I got it. I was fucking gonna be annoyed. Sake. Don't fucking do that. Yeah. This is the annoyance factor here. Clearly at work. Nice. That wasn't too bad. 146, that's actually decent. I'm not gonna complain about that. I am losing time though from sunken ruins, presumably. Because this cloudy domain has been, you know, phenomenal. Nothing failed in here or coastal remains, really. I got second try swim in there, but you know, that's...
Spyro, over here. Ah, there you are, my favorite.
Yeah, that's the best segment by 1 minute and 3 seconds. Fucking Christ.
Yeah.
I'm currently officially ahead of my sum of bests in a run that takes 3 hours. 3:17 pace, in other words. No, what?
You know, I was thinking of freezing my prices.
What do you want?
But then
I looked away, I started holding Y, because if you hold Y, it's just gonna activate a shop pad as soon as you step on it, like this. And that's how I've been doing that all run, which I never really explained. I probably should have, but yeah, okay, I mean, that was a great fucking idea. Run is dead, by the way. I cannot recover from that, obviously, yeah. No. So here's a unique thing about the supercharging. You can use it to run up walls that you normally wouldn't be able to run up with, like, normal infinite jumping. Like, you'd just bonk on that if you just did it without the supercharge, so that's really nice and convenient. It just so happens to be a pain in the ass to get up here, and supercharge helps with that. It's right where it's needed. Anyway, here's why I want supercharge. For one, getting into this, not viable. Getting out of there, not doable. So that would lose a lot of time. Because you'd have to get in, and that would take forever, for one. And for two, getting out of there, you'd have to save and quit. Okay, you're not going anywhere. Anyway, here's a bunch of gems for free. This is the second section I mentioned earlier, where you can just get a bunch of fucking gems, but you need supercharge for it, so it's not something we can really do instead of the cannon thing we did way earlier in the run. And this is the other thing you have to grab with supercharge that requires a save and load. So that would add up so much time lost that it's just not worth it. We do want supercharge. Because getting in here would also be slow without it, but now I can just run through the goddamn door. And run into that thing, and probably take damage from this, except no. Okay, I'm getting up here a little bit faster by doing this. Yeah, okay. I didn't think that would open it. But yeah, I need to clear out those two. I don't need to, but it's faster. Fuck you. Get up here without having to wait for the icicles to fall. I'm supposed to use a bunch of icicles to get through that water, because water in this hub and in this entire like hub and the levels in it, it freezes you on touch because it's ice water, so it's really cold, so it kills you. So you cannot swim. You can actually swim in one part of this level, but it's just not a thing. I'm Finnish, it's a Finnish accent. But yeah, you can swim here, but you cannot swim in air in this hub. It's not possible. It is simply not possible. You can actually swim in there for a short distance, but you're gonna die eventually, because your invincibility runs out, you die. That's how it works. Anyway, getting up here backwards, because this light gem is right here. And you don't really see it, but the egg in here is right next to it too. It's just a little bit, you know, this way. Not quite over it yet, but yeah, it's right here. Yeah, then I got a 210. Feels great to have a world record in that, but it's gonna feel even better getting a world record in this game. Because I'm probably gonna be 4 minutes ahead leaving this hub. If I can manage it. But right now I'm 3:23 ahead, and I'm actually ahead of my sum of bests, which is at 3:17, so... And there's like a bunch of time to still save in a bunch of places. So, you know, okay. This run is happening. Anyway, I want to get as much height on this tree as I want, because I can go out of bounds earlier than that, but it's not something I want to do, because I need a very good amount of height to make this glide. Okay, that's a done deal. If I can't make that glide, I can make it to the like lower part here, like I can glide down to here, you know, which is a bit slower. Oh my god, I didn't push the button, I'm a fucking idiot. Not a big deal, it's like 15 seconds, who cares. I could have tried going over the fence, which is viable, but getting out from there has taken me minutes before, and I'm not gonna take that risk. I'm not fucking completely retarded. Sometimes I just forget stupid things. Anyway, I have one more light gem. And there's gonna be this dark gem. And there's gonna be an egg down here. Damage. Thank you. That's that. Thanks for taking forever to stab me. This brings me back here, where we have one last minigame in this hub. And this brings me to exactly 75% on items. 60 eggs out of 80, 30 dark gems out of 40, fuck's sake, and 75 light gems out of 100. Because they have all the items split up 25% per hub, which is odd, I suppose, but whatever you feel like doing, Eurocom. Anyway, this is an auto-scroller. You really can't do anything to save or lose time here. Well, you can lose time if you just don't shoot these guys, but, I mean... in a speedrun, I would not recommend that. That would be pointless. And yeah, all the spawns are random, so yeah. Saving time wouldn't happen anyway. So there's 3 phases to this whole thing. There's that thing I did earlier, then there's this thing, and then there's one last thing after this. So I can just shoot these guys as they spawn up here, basically. Oh fucking what? You just walk through those, just... okay. This is the last phase. .148, just like always.
to, Spyro. Here, take this dragon egg as a reward. Spyro, that gang of troublemakers has returned. Would you get rid of them for me? There's a light gem in it for you this time.
Fun, fun, fun. So, same thing as last time, except it's got 4 phases this time around, I think. Takes a little bit of a while longer, if you want to finish that fucking sentence. Just as boring as the last time. So, nothing's changed, as far as that's concerned. Ow. Stop. Also, you stop. Taking damage isn't a big deal because, as you can see, I took 1 hit and it's that little on the bar. So, yeah, no. Should be the last Yeti. Actually, nope. He's the last Yeti. Don't you dare. Two more Yetis, I think. And then a bunch of these guys. No, there's still another. And then just a couple of these guys and it's done. This takes forever to beat, like holy shit. It's not even interesting or difficult. Should be all the Yetis. One more Eskimo. 226. General.
Thank you, Spyro. Here, take this light gem as a reward. Come back anytime.
Alright.
Is it safe yet, Spyro? Or do they keep coming back? You can go back if you want. I'm staying here.
You stay here all you want. We have 75%. For all this time I've been really afraid that I had missed stuff, but no, I have every single item that I should have at this point. Because seriously, this phase isn't like real. Like, no, this can't be a thing. Anyway, this is how I get out of here. By skipping into here, I skipped like this long ass puzzle in this place here. You talk to that penguin guy you can see on the left here a little bit. And you go around the place, you light up electric switches and stuff. It's really boring. And that saves about 2 minutes because he's got long cutscenes and that whole thing about activating the electric switches, so getting in here without doing that, quite a time save.
Spyro, I've got an idea where Red might be. I believe he has a secret underground
Final hub.
somewhere on this.
And it is the hardest hub.
I'm going there in a while with my new gadget.
Let's fucking go. I practiced this for once. This should go either really well or I'm going to ruin everything. I don't see myself fucking myself out of PB pace at this point, but you know. And yes, in case anyone cares, I'm maintaining the pace. I lost a bit of time on Icy Wilderness there, but it's no big deal. Like, I'm still 317 pace. even more, because Dark Mine has like a bunch of time to save on the best segment. A lot of levels do. I think Red Slab does as well. Molten Mount should have time to save on it. Anyway, go up there with Swim in Air to grab that, and that's the only thing here, despite it being like a massive section. Yeah, okay, thanks for that. I appreciate the gems, but not really. And since getting out of here would take a while, we're gonna take a shortcut. Bye. And conveniently that gets us right next to the egg thief of the level. Bye. Alright. So here's Wally the Walrus. And this is what some people would say is the hardest cannon minigame, but as I said earlier, they are so wrong. They don't know shit.
There's a reward in it for you.
Like, no.
Will you help defend?
This is the easiest thing in the world. This is probably, in my opinion, it's the easiest cannon minigame. I mean, that last one was a joke, but this guy spawns and this guy spawns, and then it's random spawns from there, so... All you do is you sweep left to right to left to right to right to left and right to left, and you just keep these guys from getting through. If some get through, it's no big deal. You have like 15 that can get through. Like, you don't have to focus on keeping them from going through. Focus on killing all of them. Or as many as possible. Like that guy that went through on the left, I don't care about him. I don't care if 3 more go through. It really doesn't matter to me. So that's why I'm basically targeting the bigger guys, because they're easier targets. I'm just sort of randomly shooting. "55 seconds, that's a couple of seconds I could save there. Who cares?"
Not bad.
And yeah, I just got gems from somewhere, apparently.
However, it seems there are slow learners. If you're successful again, I will reward you with a light gem.
Okay. So this is the same as the last time, except, you know, more things to kill. General light gem kind of rules, you know? Don't you dare. I've actually managed to beat this without letting a single Nork through twice. Like, it's that easy to do when you just know what you're doing. And you don't even have to be that good to fucking do shit. You don't have to be shit to do shit. This is easy. You're just dumb if you find it hard. IMO, TBH. Fuck it. For some reason I really wanted those guys to die, but I shouldn't because I'm done. 105 confirmed.
Good show. Almost as good as me. I'm sure they will be back. You can defend the realm anytime you like, but I have no reward. This will just be for practice.
Oh boy. For practice and for fun? Haha. Of course not, you fucking idiot. What do you think? Okay, anyway, out of here. Once again, we're gonna grab this bonk swim here. And we're gonna swim under everything, because there's a huge section of stuff that you have to go through. I really don't have time for any of that, because there's nothing for me to grab. There are no items, no anything. I'm just gonna go down under here, because there's a dark gem at the very end of this huge level, that is huge for no reason. Also, this thing. Okay, that worked. That was a proxy. It's the only kind of proxy that really exists in this game. Pop out of water in a specific way, from a specific depth of water. It proxies you upwards. Some ridiculous height. But now you're thinking, oh, I don't have a swim. Well, fuck. Eurocom are too stupid to make a full water plane, so I'm just gonna grab this swim. And we're entering the first level, well, second level. I wouldn't call Stormy Beach a hub, so we're entering the second level of Hub 4, and that would be Molten Mount. This is a huge level. Good thing I'm swimming through all of it. Well, basically all of it. I will be swimming to the end of it. You have to deal with 4 of these guys, and doing it while swimming is not the easiest thing in the world. So I have to activate that shot pad. I'll be teleporting to it later. Like much later after I'm done with like everything. This requires a lot of fucking talent, by the way, to be able to do so. Don't mind me for missing everything. Anyway, that's done. I'm not gonna try to do any more of that because I've got green sparks, and I really need to keep sparks, otherwise this will become the scariest thing in the whole wide fucking world. So let's not... And it doesn't lose that much time to, you know, do swimless rock monsters. It doesn't lose any if you're good, actually. Anyway, here's like a whole thing you have to go around and it takes forever, except now I'm just gonna swim to get it. Like seriously, that gem takes forever to grab. And we're gonna go out of bounds and cut the corner a little bit. As it were. We're gonna go down here, because I want to grab this from under, because it's easier. And then head this way, because this is where the end of the level should be. More or less. I'm gonna be trying for a new strat that might not work at all. Okay, it didn't work at all. And it's not loaded. I'm gonna have to swim back. I tried to stay out of bounds while I load this elevator. But I couldn't do that. It would have saved a little bit of time, but who cares. Anyway, activate that Zoe. I have to. Because I'll be death abusing to get back up here. Because I'll be going here without activating any Zoe. Which is why I have to go down this elevator shaft without going down the elevator itself. Because right after you get out of the elevator, there's gonna be a Zoe down here, and she's gonna zap the shit out of you as soon as she spots you. But thankfully, that's the only thing in the game you can load where, like, it's an elevator, and you can load it without going down said elevator. It's the only thing like that in the game. For some odd reason. Yeah, Ty, isn't that the point? I don't care. Anyway, I have to death abuse on these guys because there's some lava off the side, but it's not loaded, so I'll probably face it through the ground if I try for it. Anyway, activated the chop pad. That was the important part of going down there. And we're back up here. That saves a lot of time to go down there without having to deal with the elevator back up and down, you know, whatever the hell. You know, you could jump, maybe. That's not a big deal, that's not a big death. Fuck you. Yeah, in case you couldn't tell, Molten Mount, kind of a hard level, and so far it's going... it had its moments. Okay, that's a new strat, that worked. I'm kind of worried about charging over that rock, but hey, who cares? I'm a speedrunner. I can do these kind of things, right? Yeah, I'm just backtracking through the level right now, just grabbing what I can, which is everything up until a certain point, and then I'll be using a shop pad to teleport back to the first shop pad. So right now it's just standard stuff, going through things. It'll take a while, we'll get there. Anyway, here's the hardest thief in the game. Fuck's sake, why would you... That's something I haven't had to explain yet, but this game will make you charge in whatever direction it feels like. And there's no backups for thieves, so I wasted like 20 seconds to fucking deal with. But yeah, in this game you can just charge in random directions when you hold the stick, which is really annoying. Especially with stuff like that where you really want that direction you're actually going for and not what the game wants to give you, you know? Kind of annoying. So here's the last thing I'll be grabbing, which is a dark gem, and then it's out of here. Did everything in the wrongest possible order, but you know, sequence breaks are fun. That's the first half of Molten Mount, and how about the second half, which has the final speedway? It's one of the things you have to do.
Feel free to browse my fine wares.
Why would I? No, stop. Let's see here. Should be able to save quite a bit of time still. Okay, I discovered that this jump is a thing you can do. So I'm gonna get rid of this rock monster first. And of course he would hit me. As you can see, these guys are slippery, to say the least. Like, I just slide all over the place while charging at them like that. Fuck's sake. Oh, fuck you. Go to hell and die. Why would you fucking do that? Ah, that's annoying. I haven't died to a rock monster since fucking starting out with this game. Fuck's sake. Anyway. Should still be saving time. Yeah, Sword. That's basically what this game is in almost all possible ways. When you think about it, it's a free roaming Spyro game, just like Twinsanity is a free roaming Crash game. Where they changed things up quite a bit, but not really. The main collectible of the game is now something that isn't required. Boxes for twins, gems for this. And it's a broken mess, both this and twins, so yeah.
I'm not a tropical bird, after all. Still.
Anyway, there was a chest there. It does contain a light gem, but I will not be getting it right now.
Well, how about it? Shall I demonstrate our air superiority?
And a reminder that the reason the speedrun exists right now in its current form is because it was a funny joke to me at some point. Like, okay, people do that apparently. Just like, haha, wouldn't it be funny to take this game and apparently fucking fully optimize it? Like, why? Anyway. For the last speedway, this is surprisingly short all around. Like, both the Dragon Egg and Light Gem are very short challenges. Fuck's sake. I was wondering if I'd missed a bird or something. Not. I missed that barrel though. That's not the biggest deal in the world, but still. Fuck. Lost a bit of time to miss that barrel at least. It's still at 104, that's like 5 seconds lost or something. More or less, I don't know.
Hold out your hands. There you go, Spyro. I earned you a dragon egg.
Alright. The light gem should be about as short. Oh my god, I've not missed that guy in forever. There's been so many things in this game today that I just haven't done about an eternity. I'm gonna have to go back to that Phoenix, aren't I? For some reason those fuckers were not very well in sync. Oh my god, you're going the long way around. Fuck you too. That's a pain in the ass, to say the least. I missed the target chest. Fuck. It's actually kind of bad. Loses more time than you'd think. Fuck my life. $113, haha. I wanna die.
Oh, great Scott, Spyro. That was rather a tough one.
Yeah, stream froze. Don't worry, guys.
I managed to
Still at it. Still in the game. And now, since I have to wait on a cycle anyway, it's good to use the lockpick to open this thing here. Because now this thing is coming. Okay, if I go fast, I can skip a cycle here, so... Oh, fuck's sake. Not to worry, that just means I won't get to skip the cycle, which I normally would. Okay, not to worry, apparently we're gonna wait on a cycle instead, which is something that normally wouldn't happen at all. At least we get to do a partial skip from here. Fuck's sake. So we've got quite a lot of gems to spare. I only need 3 lockpicks in the run anymore. So that's really nice, because I want to buy an extra hit point for Sparks, which is useful in a lot of ways. Mostly for the final boss. But also to stay alive in Dark Mine and Red Slab. Yeah, that was a Molten Mount that sucked ass. Yeah. I am not a fan. That could have been done way better, but hey, who cares?
Feel free to browse my fine wares, Spyro.
I'm still... Oh, okay, the pace has switched over to like 319. 318, probably. We'll see what comes from this. Let's not call anything right now. But yeah, I just bought an extra hit point for Sparks as well as my final lockpick. So this is a unique ball gadget. It's an auto-scroller. It's not a very fun, unique ball gadget. It's an auto-scroller with varying cycles. So, I didn't... Okay, I mean, I jumped way earlier than that. Oh my god, I thought it was gonna be... Whatever, I'm not gonna waste my time, I'm gonna wait on every fucking thing, I don't care anymore. Oh my god. So about those varying cycles... Also, there's no way to skip these, by the way. I mean, I just wait until I get through. This could take a literal eternity. I could be here forever, but I'm just gonna slow down, because clearly the game is programmed like fucking garbage. And I don't have to deal with this nonsense. if I don't fucking wanna. So that lost like 40 seconds in total. Amazing, isn't it? And yeah, still sub 320 pace if I can manage to not hate life, I guess. Once again, I'm just gonna fucking wait on these cycles. Those fireballs are also random, because you know, nothing gets to be consistent in this video game, haha. Fuck. Anyway, here's a unique little trick. You can walk on lava. Who'd have thought? That's a frame perfect trick, but that platform that I just did it off happens to be the perfect height, so I just have to hold A or the jump button. Well, that works. Green sparks. Doesn't matter. I'm not gonna be... Well, that's not about sparks. That's about the game being a piece of shit, but you know. Seriously, I've never been hit by a fireball there. I didn't even know that was possible, but apparently. Also, reminder to everyone that in this run I lost half a minute in the first split because the double jumpless didn't fucking quite work out. Yeah, it's gonna have a lovely opening to go against, but everything else is a pain. And also remember, run isn't over, and it still hasn't crashed, which means we're due for something at some point. Okay, so this is the thief that took me the longest to figure out how to manipulate to die fast. Just loop around there and don't fuck up and you'll catch him. Which I almost fucked up, and that is the slowest thief in the game. That takes minutes to catch sometimes. If it feels like it. Like, that can be a painful miss. Thankfully I didn't miss it.
Spyro, you'll never fit into that crack. You know, I usually find valuable stuff in these places.
Fuck me. So we no longer need gems, so we're just gonna fucking haul ass through here. Gems have become irrelevant long ago. I even have enough for my final couple of purchases, which is just a bunch of teleport passes and a butterfly jar, which is something that restores my health to full if it falls down to nothing. I'm still just gonna throw shit around like bombs and whatever, so I can. So here's a boss. You wouldn't think there would be a boss in a Sparks thing, but there is. Killing it does nothing, so I'm not gonna bother. I just killed it anyway. Look, nothing achieved for killing the fucking Phoenix. I love it.
Here you go, Spyro. I got a dragon egg. Those things are heavy.
Excuse me. Anyway. Fuck my life. Anyway, the light gem challenge is nothing different. It's still the same boring shit. Some free gems while I'm here, I guess, even though I literally have no possible use for any of this. for the boss again. What a boss, I killed it again. No effort. Anyway, yeah, I'm losing a minute on Magma Falls.
Okay, Spyro.
That's hilarious.
That light gem. You know, it's a good thing I can fit into those gaps, or you'd never get all the dragon eggs or light gems you need.
Yeah, thanks. Fuck. Imagine Magma Falls being the fucking level with time save. Fucking Christ. Anyway, we still can't manage to sub 320, and hopefully we will. Should be able to. Anyway, thanks to that cutscene there, these cycles are now actually really good. And I have to wait way less than I would have to normally wait on these, compared to like any %, for example. So I'm not gonna risk the really stupid risky skip, like the cycle skip. Mostly because I can't with these cycles. Well, I could, but you know, there's something extra that I have to do that makes it actually fucking stupid to go for. Anyway, Dark Mine. Second to last level, and quite possibly, I would say the hardest level by quite a lot. Here's a chest I need to open, but that'll be much later. I'll be coming back through here backwards anyway. Anyway, do a bit of this. Don't get hit by that laser. Don't get hit by the other laser, which is gonna come at me. Glide over here. Why does that always lose so much height? I will never understand. Why would you drop the charge? This is already a pain in the ass. Okay. And drop more charges, please. But yeah, I'm just gonna pop out from here. Go to the end of the level, which is right here. This is the last dark gem of the level, and the end is like right after that. Anyway. Get up here to get this light gem. And get the hell out of here. Anyway, as you may have noticed, the enemies have changed to a completely new form. They're all wearing like fucking power armor and they got laser guns and shit. Which is kind of a pain in the ass, because now they're actually really annoying. And they used to be mildly annoying, and only the archers were really a pain. Now all of them, except for the guys with the swords, are kind of a deal to fucking actually, you know, bother with. Okay. But yeah, I'm doing the level backwards, because I just clipped to the end, and now I'm just going through backwards as they do. This is generally a fast way to go through a lot of levels, so... Especially since there's stuff at the start that I need to still do. And this happens to be fast. And that's why it's routed like this. As you'd probably imagine. That's the point. Anyway. There's a wall kick surface on the other wall behind me. And I can't use wall kick, so I have to get creative. Anyway, grab this egg real swiftly. A swift egg, if you will. Okay. Now after this elevator we have the biggest fucking most painful thing in the world. And a potential of losing 9 minutes if the game finally manages to be the most fun thing in the world. I'm talking about the final Blink minigame and the final minigame.
Normally, I'd be freaking out right now, desperate to get underground. But for some reason, I don't feel that bad.
Maybe that's because you're already underground.
Hey, you're right. Should I explore below ground?
This is hard, to put it mildly. This is the reason Dark Mine is hard. I have to wait on this cycle, which takes roughly 20 seconds, which is already a great start to this level. Okay, we get over here. There's some dark shards down there, so I have to jump off here. Now, this place is fucking crawling with spiders. You know what? Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna death abuse. It gives really nice cycles if you death abuse. I don't know about that anymore. Okay. That didn't hit me! I was fucking... Oh my god, I quit the thing. Well, that's 3 minutes gone. Well, not really. I wasn't even holding the stick, it's fucking great. Oh boy. I mean, that means I don't get to quit this category after all. I mean, it's gonna PB by a lot, but it doesn't matter anymore. Fucking hate everything, by the way. In case that wasn't obvious. I hate that you start this minigame without fucking bombs, because if you had bombs from the start, it would be really good. Thanks to that not being a thing that's allowed. Oh my god, it went through the ground. I'm fucking killing myself. No, actually, I'm killing myself. If you keep jumping, the spiders actually can't really hit you that well. See, that didn't even fucking come close despite fucking going through me, basically. Like, those fireballs are the most selective thing in the game. And of course they have to be in this level. Of course, all the dumb time losses had to be here. Because how would we ever manage to play Dustiel if this wasn't a thing? Like, that would be illegal, I think. Let's just hope that the fucking bombs don't clip through the ground, because this last section is really tight to pull off. Fuck's... What the hell? I fucking jumped! You don't get to chase me if I jump, that's the fucking rule! Okay, it hit the ground. Fucking seriously? Supposed to chase you as you're on the ground. Not as soon as they fucking feel like it. So this has been a fucking tragedy. Basically the only way to put it. Let's see if I can actually get this though, because that would be fucking hilarious. Well, of course. Today it's allowed on this fucking shit day of a shit run. Awesome.
Here you go, Spyro. I found you a dragon egg.
That wasn't even the hard part. That's not even the pain in the ass. This is the hard part. Dealing with this light gem and not wanting to kill yourself during it. That's really fucking difficult, by the way. Death abusing. If I get hit once, I basically can't make it, so. What the hell? Why do they have to chase me? Seriously? Why do they have human eyes like that? Like, why? Well, not human. Just animal eyes, I guess. Why couldn't they just have spider eyes? This will be fun to deal with. Green sparks. Yeah, I'm gonna death abuse. Safety. Apparently it comes first. Okay, that's gonna get it. Seriously, you chased me already. You fucking did your job. No, piss off. Seriously, they have no cooldown and you don't get invincibility frames. So what the fuck am I supposed to do with any of this? Seriously. I always forget to toss a bomb while I'm on that thing. Or before I'm on that thing. Well, you can't really toss bombs while you're on that, so yeah. Oh my god, I got fodder. Oh my god, I got 2. That's really great. Usually it's impossible to shoot those fucking bats. It's not gonna hit. It's also not gonna hit anything other than the spider. That's fine, because right now we're done. And I'm gonna do a safety death abuse as well, because I kinda have to at this point. Even though said safety death abuse doesn't matter. I used to do it as like not even a safety thing, but you know. Like yeah, it resets the cycle of these things. It looks really cool and fast when you go through here, actually really fast. And you catch this cycle specifically. This cycle doesn't matter because there's another platform here that takes an eternity to get here anyway. Holy fuck, I'm losing a lot of time. You know, as if that wasn't gonna be fucking obvious. My PB may have been a travesty, but it didn't actually fucking leave one of the mini games. And yes, that spider can knock you off if the planets align, which is really fucking nice of it. yeah, sub 320 not a thing anymore, I don't think. We'll see, actually. Anyway, we're done with minigames. That was the final one and the worst one, and everything is terrible. Anyway, the only thing that kills these guys is electric, so... use that, I guess. And you have to do that to open up the cage around this. Which you can do this without killing the guys. You can get in the cage and break the dark gem, but you don't wanna, because that's slow. It's fucking slow as hell. Now we're back at the beginning, actually. This is where I went out of bounds to skip to the end of the level. Like, I've looped back around, and here I am. And here's a hole. And here's the final chest, giving us a light gem. How much longer? I don't know, we'll see. I can tell you that I can't lose 9 minutes anymore, so at least that's something, so I could make an estimation, but fuck me. I wanna focus right now. So here's a trick and a half. Charging on land is faster than in water. And here it makes a world of difference. Because I'll be attempting to use this one fucking what do you call it? Invincibility gadget thing. Like the one bar I'll be using it for a zombie. Which is a thing you will see in a second. I have to make this to this shop pad. It's by far one of the tightest things in the game, and I made it. You wait for the death animation and then you activate the shop pad, and now everything just sort of ignores you. And this allows me to get swim in air from this without it killing me eventually. Because otherwise I would die from swimming in air. Whatever the hell English, I don't care anymore, this run is meh. So you have to get zombie before this becomes like something you can do possibly. A zombie means that enemy AI gets fucked to the point where they will not be able to see you, most of them at least. Anyway, I'm just gonna use this to get the red slab with swim, and this is the only way to swim in a red slab, so I don't have a lot of options, you know. Where the hell am I? What the fuck is this? I want to go around this level activating every shop pad, because all the shop pads are right next to dark gems and other things that I want. So before I get the dark gems, which there's only dark gems, there are no chests, as I already said. I got the last one in the game. I want to go around getting all the items, and then the dark gems after I'm done with that. I just bonked on fucking empty air. That's awesome. Only in Hero's Tale. Anyway, this level is actually really long, and it takes a while to get through. Apparently, you know, allegedly. Oh my god, I got it. But yeah, this is the final level of the game, and I'm getting all the last stuff in the game here. Here's another shop pad. I activated it, yes. You see those things off to the left? Those are the platforms that I rode to Dark Mine. Don't ask me why they're there, but they just are. Anyway. Have to go in here for this guy. That's the quick kill on that thief. I have to activate this. and then push this button twice. I pushed it 3 times. I do have to return that to where it's supposed to be. Dude, hello. Come the fuck on. You can load these chunks, can't you? Dude. Why is everything so difficult all of a sudden? Anyway, I'm about to grab the last light gem. Thank you, Zoe, you fucking lazy cunt. Final light gem and the final egg, right in this room. And we're done. And we only have 3 dark gems, and I'm gonna take those all fairly quickly. This is the only thing that can kill you in zombie. Just a death trigger. Now here's an interesting platforming section. This is actually harder than it looks. Because of that. That shouldn't ever happen, and it hasn't happened in years. I'm not lying. That's fucking rare at this point in time. Guess I should fucking do this. So those lasers were in different spots? What the fuck? That's annoying, I guess. It's 1 dark gem.
There you are, my favorite wallet.
2 dark gems soon. We only have a couple of teleports left too, so we can still crash, by the way. Yeah, there's a ledge there that you can just run along. And, you know, that's exactly what I wanted to do. Now, for some reason there's a hole here. Because, you know, Eurocom made this. So, fuck the puzzle for that thing. Not relevant anymore. I'll take this ledge back over here. Final teleport. Actually, no, there's 2 more. There's this one and 1 after it. Crash. Do it. Do it. You fucking wanna crash on the last teleport, don't you? Why do you bonk on these guys? That's so weird. Okay. 100%. Except no. Final boss gives that last one. It's not even 1% that you get from him. It's the fucking... It's like 0.1 or something. It just pushes you over to 100. Okay. This is gonna be at 321, I think. Okay. You can ignore that guy. Don't need him to open this door. Now, despite having all the dark gems and I'm, you know, being able to open the barrier the normal way, I don't. Because why would I? If I just go the long way around, I skip the barrier, because the barrier is a cutscene, so of course, why would I watch that? So enter the boss from under it, why not?
What were you thinking going after Red?
I don't know. I thought I could stop him after you had weakened him.
So I didn't quite kill the category, but I got something here. Sub 320 is something clearly doable RTA for myself, so we got a thing here still. We only have a very short boss anymore, so as I said, 321 or something should be when it ends.
Hey, don't worry. I'll be out of here as soon as I...
How cozy.
How cozy indeed. And I'm gonna be 30 minutes ahead of estimate, almost. Can you imagine?
You're not so much much of a challenge. I'm sure I can do it again.
Ah, poor naive Spyro.
That's my opinion.
You obviously don't know that I always get my way.
Leave it to me, Spyro. I've got him.
So usual professor fashion, he fucks everything up for me. Thank you. Okay, so instantly damage boost. That was really risky, but you know what? That was hilarious. That doesn't matter really, because I got the butterfly jar. I'm just gonna get fucking healed to full whenever the time comes for that. And I have extra health and shit to work with anyway. Anyway, this is Mecha Red final boss, yay. The way this works is that there's 3 very different phases. For once, variants in a boss fight. Imagine that. That was the butterfly jar, giving me full sparks. Here's the second phase. You can activate that through the floor to save a little bit of frames. And that's that. Let's destroy these fucking bomb things, because they're a pain in the ass. Okay, final phase. Which used to be 3 cycled, now it's 2 cycled. It's impossible to 1 cycle. Like, I don't care what kind of magic you're gonna discover, this is not gonna 1 cycle ever. You simply do not get enough time for that. Anyway, I can use this electric breath to check for the button. Like, if it doesn't go under the floor, that means the button is there, because obviously. Anyway, I can use an enemy like this. I can keep resetting their shooting thing, I guess, by electrifying them for a little bit. Which allows me to do extra damage, which allows me to 2 cycle this. Anyway, we only have the rockets after this, and then you should probably get ready on time. Because it's gonna come up, because I will 2 cycle this. I don't see myself fucking that up after, you know, a somewhat perfect spawn on the first thing. Okay, it's over there. It's not a big deal. Okay. Get ready. And time. That is that. That is Hero Steel 100%. Every light gem, every dark gem, every dragon egg. In 3 hours, 21 minutes and 23 seconds. By my timing. On stream the timer's not correct, so don't listen to the lies of that. Because it's 2 minutes behind just because of the opening cutscene. It's timing RTA right now, so you know. And then, you know, there's been buffering and shit. So, you know, I'm gonna throw this up on top of the ending cutscene, because I can.
He doesn't deserve to get off that easy. I'll take it from here. I'm sure I can.
Hello?
Good use for him in my
It's me.
laboratory.
World record? Haha. That could have been a 319 if I didn't fucking quit Blink. And here's the secret 100% ending. Just like we all fucking wanted, you know? 3:15:25 summer bests. Imagine that.
I believe the game is over.
Also, I just fucking every time I reset the timer, I'm gonna have to push it on stream. I always forget. Always. Every single fucking time.
I didn't say anything about sandwiches, you deaf coot.
So, let me know if you want me to fucking fill time, because I got some stuff I can show off in this garbage game.
Make mine baloney.
And here's the invisible credits, which is random. Sometimes they're visible, sometimes they're not. This happens on Xbox 360 because bad emulation. Imagine that. Haha! Let's take a look at what we have on the task list. Should visit Moneybags apparently. Let's look at the status screen. 100%. That's quite a run, I guess. Could have been worse.